Hello again, friends. Today I have another video to show you of me unboxing another Transformer. Because I do love Transformers, and I like collecting them. But anyway, this one is a Maximal from Beast Wars. Specifically Beast Wars Neo, apparently. Because, I do not know much about Beast Wars. I've watched very little of it years ago. And I've never watched Beast Wars Neo, so I had to look up who this guy was. But anyway, he's supposed to be like a descendant of Optimus, I think. He looks like him, but take that with a grain of salt. I don't entirely know, but I do know he's got like this matrix thing, the Energon Matrix, which isn't the Matrix, but it's like the Matrix. It's like a weaker version of it. But anyway, this guy is called Maximal Big Convoy, who turns into a woolly mammoth. Anyway, Big Convoy over here. He he's basically a one-man army. He could take on entire armies by himself, and if he can't take it on bare fist, he could pull out a weapon and to help him fight an army all by himself. And if that doesn't help him, he's got a secret big weapon that he say, "Hello to my little friend," and pull out this really big cannon. And you wanna know what the big cannon's name is? The name of the big cannon is Big Cannon. So it pulls out this really big cannon. I'm pulling out Shockwave for effects. So it just pulls out this big cannon and goes alakablam. This isn't what I'm talking about. This guy isn't still in the box. But anyway, this is Shockwave. You could tell because you can see his big chest there. He definitely ain't flat. Had to make sure I didn't break the glass there. But anyway, time to get a big convoy out of the box. I will show you what the big cannon looks like, and I will show you what he is. But anyway, he's one of the good guys from Beast Wars. He's one of the Maximals. But anyway, I'm gonna pause the recording and see you guys in a minute. Okay, so anyway, we're back, and this is Big Convoy out of the box. Like, immediately out of the box. No posing done whatsoever. And this is him from behind. And in front again. He really does look like Optimus. But here, you can see like the back of the woolly mammoth and the trunk. Flip it over though, and you can see the big cannon. It's a really, really big cannon that's about the size of him. And he just wields it. And I don't think anyone would want to get hit with this thing, considering it's about the size of this guy. And he's just blasted as a big cannon as the most powerful weapon in the Beast Wars universe. Obviously, the Requiem Blaster from Megatronus's Requiem Blaster is the best weapon in the Transformers uh, entire universe. But this thing is like second. I'm of course talking about guns, except for there's obviously some better, like the Matrix. The Matrix is a weapon, I guess, and they can do a lot of things. But anyway, this is the big cannon, and it was just sitting on the side of the box. But anyway, enough about the main attraction. Here's this tiny little gun. He's got some mammoth tusks. and whatever these things are. They look like little tridents. I don't know what they are. He comes with two of them. Then I can see all that there, including the big cannon right there. But anyway, I'm gonna pause the recording. Actually, I want to say something real quick. The only reason I bought this guy, I seen him in the store for months. Just he's a shelf warmer at my store. I seen him for months. I was not gonna get this guy because I had no idea who he was. However, I was bored and there was no new Transformers anytime soon. So, I went ahead and got him. That is literally the only reason I'm making this video, because I went ahead and got him because I was bored. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy this video because it's curing my boredom, and my thirst for Transformers. However, I must say, will the wizards hurry up and come talk? I will smack you with the mammoth. Yes, I did not mean to throw that at the screen. I was meant to hold on to that. I almost thought I broke my computer. But yes, wham. Anyway, come talk, wizards, 'cause I am never giving up. And the longer you wait, the more I want to just. Hello, guys, I'm back. Back again. Happy back. Hello, friend. Anyway, time to see everything. Oh. These are really big instructions. So, we can see everything that's gonna go on. Anyway, so first things first. Um, we can see what we need to do with these tusks. Because we need to do some of his hands first. So, literally put the hands up, spin them around so they're in fist mode, like sideways fist mode. Grab the tusks, tab it into that little tab on his arm right there. Have this one on this little arm right here. And then you can put the blaster in his hand. So now he can use his tusks as little hooks on his arms. While he has a tiny little blaster in his hand, he can go pew 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 and go "Arr," just charging in the battle. E, pew pew, stomp, crush, bonk. This is gonna be annoying, but I'm gonna pause the recording after each and every one of these. Anyway, we're back. Time for the second one. Because as you can see, I took the tusk off already. Ooh, he's got stuff built into his arms. I can see it now. Okay, so spin this down. So the mammoth parts are facing down. Pull those down. Flip this little piece out of it and flip that back up on both arms. So inside of his arms are these little blasters in his arms that he doesn't even need to wield. But then he could take these little pieces right here and stick those into his hands. So now he can have like these little hook things in his hands while he has these blasters in his arms. So he could be charging at you, hitting you with these things, throwing these things at, while also using these as blasters. Or they're barbed. They could also be like a little bonking stick. So they could just go bonk to anyone stupid enough to come fight him. But anyway, it is time to see the rest of this guy's stuff. Here in a minute, I'm pausing again, show someoneness. Anyway, we're back. I'm taking this things off. These little red things off. Maybe they're like little robins, boomerang things, like batarangs, robin rings, whatever they're called. You know what I'm talking, like I said batarang. You know what that's from. And if you don't, why don't you? Anyway, next thing to show and tell. Weapon storage. We're gonna store these horns right up here. So we fold this up over his head, like that. So these things are like shoulder pads. And you put these horns on the ends of the shoulder pads. I'm going to drop the other one real quick. So there's that. The horns on one shoulder pad. And the other one. So now he's got two big horns on his head. But also, spin around, pass him around, 21 beers on the wall. Time for the next one. We put this little gun into his back right there. I believe that's what it was telling me to do. It looks like what it's telling me to do. It looks like it. Apparently, this can also come out. There we go. Yep, so that can come out there. That little piece there, it can come out on the back. The little piece that has a little peg sticking out. But anyway, you can now take the entirety of this back piece and stick that in there on a little black peg right there. You might need to raise up the thing, actually. But there we go. Now the big cannon is strapped to his back. And next thing we know, we open up these panels on his feet, the sides, stick these into his legs, and then we just fold that up over. this piece on his chest comes out to reveal the energon matrix, in which we could pull out the energon matrix, which is not the matrix Optimus has. This is a little relic that he has from the future. This is not the matrix, but it's an energon matrix, a slightly weaker version. But anyway, I can't quite get him to do it, but you can get him somehow to hold it in both hands, like Optimus does with his Matrix. But yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Anyway, I'm gonna pause recording one or two more times, and then we'll go ahead and start transforming again. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if it's gonna show you this, but you can also pull these feet down and make these even more weapons. Going like little miniguns. So you can just raise those up. Oh, fitting, you came off, because that's the next thing we were needing to do. Yay! Anyway, I'm taking these, and I'm going to store it back in the chest. So they're going to be stored back in the chest. But now, the big cannon, because this is not how it's fully done. You have to transform the big cannon, but this is how it was stored. So anyway, okay, so it's telling me to do. I need to fold these how it is. Pull these back, and then fold it up somehow. Think. I don't know what it's telling me to do, but anyway. Oh well, it's gonna stay like this. I don't care. Big cannon transformation time. So we take these side panels here, fold them out. So we just fold those out. So now it looks like that. And now we could spin those around so they look like that. Fold this tail piece down, flip it up, fold this piece of the back up, pull out this little thing from inside, flip up this little peg on the inside of that, pull out the tail piece, and now we have the big cannon fully built. So now you can just stick that in his arm, and the big cannon is finally built. Anyway, now we have the big cannon fully transformed. But I also had to hurry up and get him in his car mode, or woolly mammoth mode, I mean. Because I gotta go to work in like an hour. But okay, we're back. And hopefully, it's time to transform this guy. Hopefully. It seems like it. Okay, time to transform this guy. I need to get this thing all the way back into his robot, into its alt mode. So anyway, I just did that, so that should be really easy. So anyway, flip that down, flick this over, pull that in again, pull this down, Fold that down, fold this around again, and fold into place. And then, of course, I can just use this. Wait a minute, that's not supposed to be done yet. Anyway, so the big cannon is back into its small form. Small form. This thing is still humongous. Anyway, it is time to transform this guy. Time to take everything that we put on him off. Anyway, so there's all that. So all of his stuff is right there. We can focus on transforming him in under an hour. Because I mean under an hour. I gotta get to work in under an hour. I have to get dressed for work in under an hour. But anyway, so let's transform Big Convoy here, the one-man army with an arsenal of weapons. His body is an arsenal. But anyway, we fold up his shoulder pads. Spin his head around. Fold in his little antenna antler things on his head. Pull back on this, I think. I'm confused. Already confused. Um, I need to fold these around. Alright, so fold these little shoulder pads around. I believe is what it's telling me to do. So we can fold these around now. And connect them together in the back. Like that. Now I can raise this up over his head. Like that. So now we just fold the arms around so the woolly mammoth parts are up. Fold them out to the sides. These need to go to the back to get out of the way. So fold these out to the sides. Bring them forward. Fold the arms around again, as they weren't supposed to be like that. Hmm. So that can go forward. I believe that's how it's meant to go. I think. Hold up. Oh, that explains a lot. It's going the wrong way. So fold it around to the back. Like so. Okay, it was supposed to go in the back, not forward. So those little arm pieces need to go back. That explains a lot. Now it's fitting better. There you go. Now it's fitting better. Anyway, we fold these pieces down with the mammoth feet down a bit. Hmm. So now we need to fold the mammoth feet to the front. Like spin those around to the front now. And raise that all the way up to connect to where his arms were. Now I just need to connect them to his shoulder pieces right there. And now he's got his little mammoth feet where they need to go. See? Little mammoth feet. But anyway, now you can pull out these little side pieces on his feet down here. Pull these knee pieces forward so that they're facing like that now. Push his foot up into there where his knees were just at. And then flip the knee pieces back where they were. So knee pieces are now back where they were, and his foot pieces are now in there. So now I can fold up these pieces again, and then just connect those together. Hmm. Oh wait, I see. I see. Spin it around a bit. Spin it around a bit so the knees are facing each other, and now connect them together. So the knees need to connect to each other. There we go. And now with all of that, we could fold down the front of his body. I'm going to fold him down a bit, and then we're going to connect them together again once they're down here. Okay, hold on. That doesn't go how I would want it. So we can fold that down. I'm not understanding. Right, so these need to go forward still. I forgot. So anyway, this needs to go down. Hmm. Go down, please. You need to. Okay, fold them all the way down so that they're now in the center there. You know what? I'm skipping that step a bit. It's gonna fold down one way or another. Even if I have to just. The wizard should know that I will do anything to get it back. But anyway, that's a secret for later. Let's just say they should really hurry up and give it back. Anyway, time to continue transforming my transformers like a silly. So anyway, I'm not understanding what is happening. Um, okay, so I'm going a little farther into the instructions real quick to get these out of the way. You literally just fold them under it. And now we should be able to do that. Just unpeg it from its little thing, flip it up, like so. Hmm. Okay, I'm not understanding. Um, how do I get these closer? I don't understand. But anyway, so the arms are like that, feet are straight up sticking out, and I don't understand how to get the feet to go in. I need these feet. I need these feet back here, down here. I don't know how to get them smaller. So anyway, re-looking through the instructions to see if I missed anything. Okay, so pull those out, flip those together, fold it up, flip them back in place, fold them together, click them in place. It's all clicked in place. And then this needs to fold down. What's the thing in between them? I'm not understanding. Fold down. Oh, okay. I had to pay a little bit closer attention. Um, I'm a little stupid. So these need to be folded. I do not like these instructions. The instructions very unclear. I was supposed to fold the legs. Somehow, spin them around, I guess. I think. I don't know. Spin them around. Okay, yeah, this is making a lot more sense now. So now that's in place, and I can fold it down. Okay, I don't know why it didn't tell me to do this, but this is making a ton more sense. And now it makes sense. Because now the feet are facing forward, and these ratchet joints right here can go down. Why didn't it tell me to do that? Instructions unclear. I had to figure that out on my own. But anyway, now we can go back to where the instructions are meant to be. Where I'm currently at in the instructions. So where I'm currently at is we fold this up like so. These little back pieces up. I got to pause the recording real quick. Anyway, there you go. So that's up now. Sorry, someone wanted to ask me something. But anyway, so there we go. We have that facing up now, with the arms still going up. But anyway, now that that is up, we can connect it to the rest of him. Like so. So you just connect it like so, fold it in, and connect it like so on this half too. Anyway, there we go. So the sides are now put into place. And the next thing we need to do is throw these little pieces back. So you fold those back. Anyway, there you go. So now the sides of the mammoth are done. And now the next step would be to put those where they need to go. I've already done that to clear the legs. But now it's time for weapon storage. So we can take the gun and put it in one of these holes inside the mammoth. So stick it in a hole and fold it over so that it's just stuck in there. You can see it right there, just stuck in there in one of the holes. And now you could fold down the arms. These need to be folded over a bit. Yeah, there we go. So the mammoth pieces need to face the outside of the mammoth. The arms still facing the same way. Just fold the arms down now. And we can fold those down. And it'll tab into the arm and the outside mammoth. So there we go. The arms are now in place. We are almost done with the mammoth, but it's looking a little funky without top. Let's give it to him, shall we? So we pull down the trunk, flip that out, and just stick that right about there. Anyway, there we go. Now it's looking like a mammoth. So now we could fold out the ears, grab the trunk, Or tusks, I mean. Now you put the tusk on. And there we go. We can now pull out his Dumbo ears. And he's got his tusks. So, Big Convoy is now a mammoth. And you can also store these little things, because it doesn't tell you how to store them in instructions, in with the gun too, if you just push them into place where you need them. Because you can just stick them where the gun normally would go, if you want. Anyway, just stick them there. There we go, so I can stick down there, and stick this one next to it. And there we go, weapon storage, all inside of him. Of course, he's a walking weapon anyway, even in uh animal mode. Because he can just go bonk. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Remember, like, subscribe, comment down below if you like Maximals, Transformers, or just like the video in general. And I'll see you in the next video. See you later, guys, and remember to come wizards. Hurry up. That is your best decision, to hurry up. Because I have a idea that you will not like. It's a pretty bad idea. And I am all for helping people, but after 3 years, you don't know how badly you messed with my head. Soon you will see, though, if you don't come talk soon, of just how badly you messed with me and what I can do.